Okay, testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Welcome to LHCS Chess Club video number 1. I hope that you're excited to learn how to play chess and to be able to connect with one another through a really fun game. This is one of my most favorite games. So here we go. We're just going to go through all the different pieces in this video, and we're going to see their names and then the different spots on the board. So first of all, as you can see, there are clearly two teams. We have the white team and then the black team. Even though it's not black necessarily, it's usually called black, white and black. Or you can say light and dark, whatever you want to say. But most platforms will say white and black. So the first piece, of course, is the king. The king. And this can be distinguished by the crown that's on his head. You can see there's usually a cross or something on the king. Next, we have the queen. Here's the queen. She's usually as tall or maybe a little bit taller than the king, depending on your chess set. And she usually has some kind of interesting crown thing as well. Next, we have the bishop. The bishop usually has this distinctive slit in his face. Oops, sorry, buddy. And it is called a bishop, and it's one of the most powerful pieces as well. It stands behind the front lines. Here is my favorite piece. This is called the knight. He's the most distinguished piece because he looks very unique. He's a horse. Oops, sorry, buddy. And he is super cool because he has special abilities. Next, we have the rook or the castle, depending on your version. The rook and the castle, they're very, very powerful. You have two of them, as you can see. And he is super awesome as well. He looks like a castle. And last but not least, you have the pawn. The pawn is the smallest piece, but you have the most of them. They go on the front lines of the battle, and you have 8. So both teams have the same amount of pieces. You have 8 pawns. You have 2 rooks, 2 knights, 2 bishops, 1 king, and 1 queen. As you can see on our board, there are 8 squares this way and 8 squares this way. I'm just going to clear my board for a moment. So each square is black, then white, then black, then white, then black, then white, then black, then white. When you're setting up a chessboard, you have to remember that the white square always has to go down to your right. A rhyme that I always remember, white on the right. So if you play a game like this, it's actually technically incorrect and your game wouldn't count. You have to play your game like this, where the right side is the white. The way you set up your board is you can start with your rooks if you want, and it's completely symmetrical. So they go on either side of each other. Then next in line, you have the knights. They go beside the rook. The next in line, you have the bishops. As you can see, each one is either on a black or a white square going across. Then the tricky part comes. This is where I see a lot of people always get mixed up. Where does the queen and the king go? Which way do they go? You have to remember this rhyme. Queen gets her own color. So she's a light queen. She goes on the light square. And the king goes on the opposite. Okay? Queen gets her own color. So that means when you're setting up the dark pieces, that she is going to be here straight across from her enemy's queen, and the king would be straight across from the white king. Just like that. And then when you're setting up your pawns. So you just go all along the front row. And that, ladies and gentlemen, and members of the LHCS club, this is how you set up your pieces. So once you get a hang of it, you can do it pretty quickly. Once both sides are ready, then you are ready to start your game. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of LHCS Chess Club. I'll see you in the next video.